Alright, so in this week's video, we're going to talk about the breakdown of food. So we're imagining that we just ate a cheeseburger, which would actually sound delicious right now. I'm on a diet, but imagining I ate a cheeseburger, it does start at my mouth, which is the most obvious. However, it's the beginning of the whole digestive process. So this is where the food breaks down initially, making it easier to digest. And then next, as we swallow, it passes through our throat, which is also the pharynx. And this, the passage of the throat is the pathway to the esophagus. And the esophagus' primary goal or only goal is to deliver the food to the stomach. And it does this by a series of contractions, which is also called peristalsis. And so that's how the food gets delivered. However, before it goes to the stomach, it has to pass through the zone of high pressure. And what that does is it keeps food from going back up. So it's the pressure to help the food continue to push towards the stomach. And now once it reaches the stomach, this is where the food is stored. It's broken down even more. And by the time it leaves the stomach, it's in liquid form. Next, the liquid form will move on to, parts of it will move to the small intestine. And this is where breaks down the food even further. And it uses enzymes to continue passing on through the body. The pancreas is our next stop, and that breaks down the proteins, fats, and the carbohydrates, which helps to just further break down the food that we've eaten. So now my cheeseburger is in the liver. Of course, it's no longer cheeseburger form. And the liver is where it cleanses the blood that comes from the small intestine, from the food that we just ate. And then next we have the gallbladder. So in the gallbladder, it's going to send this some bile back to the small intestine, and then the food will continue to further pass. And we're approaching the end of the process, which is our colon, which is also called the large intestine. And that's where leftover food is sent. And leftover food, meaning stool, that's where our leftover food is sent, and that stool is then passed through the rectum and eventually out of our anus. And that is the process of how food is broken down. So imagining I had a cheeseburger, that's what would have happened.